I already asked how many mechanics I have here. How many mechanics do I have here? Don't be shy. Tell me if you do mechanical work on buses. None of you guys? No. Darn. I get to pick on mechanics. Second question. Who just renewed within the last 3 months? Don't be shy. Who renewed within the last 6 months?
I just got my license Friday.
She's good.
Well, yeah.
Don't say a week.
How about in the last year? Who renewed in the last year? No one? You did. Last May?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, last May. Okay. All right. What's your name? Maribel. Perfect. I get to pick on Maribel. Alrighty. Alrighty.
I pull all your booties, okay?
Yes, thank you. All right, Maribel. On my hand, on my right hand, I have a component that's known by AK. No. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, your governor?
No, he's not my governor anymore. She said your governor. Okay, so Arnold, it's right here. Arnold has 2 functions, simple functions, and they are to cut in, cut out. Hey, compressor buddy, let me have some air. No muss, cut it out. That's it. That's all it does. Here's Arnold. Arnold comes from factory set to cut in. This is very important. So now from this point forward, be warned, you're going to become a system mechanic. So I'm going to break down all these components for you.
That's pretty cool seeing it.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
It's set to cut in within a 20 psi range. So if your bus is cutting in at 100, you want to see that 120 soft cutout, correct? Does that make sense? 100 in, 120 out, 105 in, 125 out. But if it's 120, it's okay. But it's that range that we usually see on our governors. So, who do I pick on? Not you guys. Let me go back. My man right here. What's your name, boss? Me?
There's no
Martin.
space. It's got stuff.
Martin, how can you identify doing your pre-inspection, doing your air brakes, that the governor is faulty? Or it became faulty, or it's going to become faulty? You got to hold it, brother. You need to think about it. You got the conch.
I can't recall.
Anyone wants to help our friend find out? Can you tell us?
More than 20.
Yeah, if it starts
It
to
doesn't
vary.
build air at all.
Okay. I got good feelings right here. All right. You got good feelings, okay? You got to say like I say, good feelings. All right. All right, so you're doing your cutting, correct? Must cut in at no less than 95. So it cuts in at 95. Here, all right, the needle's starting to rise. It's supposed to cut out, we're thinking 115, 120, okay? Not more than 131 psi. Very good. They're not asking. Say no, 130. I said 135, 131. All right, so no more than 130, but the needles are still continuing to rise.
Better run.
Better run. Well, if you have a safety valve, the air is going to be released at 150 psi. But that's one way of knowing that the governor is faulty. Okay? It's not cutting out correctly. Or it's not cutting in at all. Okay? Because the compressor is always working, depending if it's belt driven or chain driven. Okay? So, but that's how you can find out that Arnold, it's not working correctly. Now, Arnold has a wife. And what do they say about wives? Permiso? Wives are in charge, says it. All right, so check this out.
Happy wife, happy life.
All righty. All right, so Arnold has a happy wife called the spring brake control valve. Santo Dios, your God. How can you memorize all that, huh? Spring brake control valve. Very important. Very important. The boss, okay, the wife, she has functions. Functions to control the parking brake valve. When you pull on that knob, okay, so that air is released into the atmosphere, so that the spring can expand, so that your park brake system can be applied. The other function that it has is to make sure via relay sensors and ports, then in the event that you lost all the air from your primary system, you're going to have a modulated application on the rear. Okay? This is what she does. It's freaking awesome. See that? Hold them here. So you're gonna hear this from me in the next 20 something minutes. That I don't want you guys to memorize ever anything. Make it part of you. Okay, that's the only way you're gonna be able to succeed here. Over time, as we're driving, every day we do a pre-trip inspection. We start getting laxy-daxy. We start getting complacent, and we start forgetting. But if you take this with you, okay, and you put it and you implement it in your inspection, you'll be like, you know what? Hey, I remember what that chubby guy from that cowboy jersey said. You know, hey, okay, yeah, I gotta make it part of me. So he showed me a husband and wife. Okay, so when you drain your tanks, which is now required, even though it says recommended, you're checking. This is one of the components you're checking. Okay, that's his job, her job, to make sure the spring brake works and to make sure that you have a modulated application on the rear. In the end, in the last 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how to look for that, how to hear that. You saw how I did it. You were able to record me. So I promise it'll make sense. All right, there's more components.
Is that also known as the check valve?
There's more. I'll show you the check valve.
Okay.
Alrighty. So,
Just as
yeah, I have a foot valve with a brake, surface brake on it. I have the speeder valve, the one that goes psst, psst, cut in, cut out. Right there. I got it one way, the one-way check valve. I meant it like that when I say way. Okay, I mean one-way check valve. Okay, it's a very, very important component, and it has a special function. And my favorite of all, the double check valve. It is very important that you know when you're checking this, and how is it that you're checking this, and how is it that you check it is when you drain your tanks separately. Okay, so you want to see it? You want to see the one we checked out? They're all different. They're all different.
every bus doesn't have this.
Every bus that has a dual air brake system has one-way check valves. Or just pass it. So you can, all right?
That dual check, is that a door in there or is that a ball in there?
So see what she's asking. She's asking, is there a door in there? So
I know, that's why I was trying to look at
airline
it.
speeding up, okay? Coming from the supply, primary, secondary, okay? So supply, primary, secondary. And there are all kinds of different ones that have different ports.
Okay.
This is just a general one.
Okay.
All it does is, in the event you were to lose all the air from the primary system, okay, seals it, the little shuttle valve slides over, seals it, so you have air on your secondary system, okay? Primary system, secondary system, yes? Yes? Yeah. Okay, remember that, because I'm gonna go over a couple of things. Want to check it out? No? You good? Oh, okay. All right, so I got slack adjusters here. I have an automatic one, manual one on my right side. I'm just carrying them over here just so I can look a little scared. All right, so this bus here, and I was really excited that it has disc brakes. Our old system, just going to call it our old system, has a brake chamber, push rod, slack adjuster, okay? And what I'm talking about is brake adjustments, okay? There's a whole different way of checking your brakes when they are disc brakes. This bus has disc brakes. So you did your governor cut in, no less than 85. You did your governor cut out, not more than 130. Then you did your static for 1 minute, yes? You check your needles and you pray to God that those needles did not move, yes? Because if those needles moved, you have something going on. There's an air leak somewhere. Boss, what's your name?
Valente.
Valente. I like that name. Valente. During the static test, you're checking for 1 minute. You make sure that those needles don't move, and you're praying again to God that they don't ever move. But if they were to move, if there was any observable movement, that's an indication of an air leak, yes? Tell me, where may this air leak be coming from?
It's gonna be either your chamber.
So let's take the word either out of it. Okay, just, it could be anywhere between. We're gonna add that. Okay.
From the chamber?
What chamber?
Your, man, you got me off.
No, it's okay. I like this. He's good under pressure. You got, okay, talk to me. Because I'm gonna give you guys a very simple sequence of how to do this. Okay? You good? Don't give up. You said something about chambers.
Yeah, it's gonna be from the chamber. Then it goes,
Guys, please help him out. Be nice.
Compressor.
Oh!
Anywhere from the chamber to the tank and to the compressor.
Compressor,
The
tanks,
tanks,
lines.
lines to the tanks. Other side of the
Or
service
then
break.
tanks themselves, yeah.
Are you applied or
Static.
Static.
static?
Yeah.
So from the compressor to the air tanks, lines, fittings, and valves in between.
Okay. All right. All righty. All righty. All right. And this is now getting exciting. All right. Where's the brake pedal at? So, very simple. From the compressor, air fittings, of course, there's a lot of components. Air dryer, governor, one with check valves, tanks, drain cogs, safety valves, all plethora of components, all right? All the way up to the brake valve and up to the parking brake valve. Your air during the static side, during the static test, okay, it's anywhere in there, and anywhere in there you may have an air leak. You don't know where. Yeah, okay? Somewhere in there. All right, so you test for 1 minute. The needles did not move because you were praying really good. Your next test will be the
Apply.
all right. So you're going to make a full service brake application. Take note of the initial drop of air. It should always be the same. It's very important because if it changes over time, you need to note that. Okay. Again, you're not a mechanic, but there's something out of whack. Something doesn't make sense. All right. So you applied. You open the valve. You send air to the front brake pods via air lines and to the rear brake pods. Yes? Then you push in the park brake knob. So you open the parking brake valve. Now it sends air through to the spring chambers. Yes? To compress the springs to release the park brake system. Yes? So during the apply test, I'm allowed to lose no more than 5 psi. Three. They're paying attention. I like doing that. Not more than 3 psi in 1 minute. Any movement of the needles may indicate an air leak. It could be anywhere in there. So what I'm telling you is, when you're doing that apply test, all right, sir, I'm getting ready to do my apply test. All right, everything's ready. I'm going to apply my brake. All right, I just opened the brake valve. It sends air to the front brake pods, to the rear brake pods. All right, sir, I'm going to release the park brake. I'm just sending air to the spring chambers. Anywhere in between and through those ports, those air lines, to the chambers, you may have an air leak. What do you think?